not getting it at all? All right, well, let's find out what's going on. Where all right, so we have the cosine inverse of the cosine of 5 pi over 3. Cosine inverse of the cosine of 5 pi over 3. Well, let's just start right here. What's the cosine of 5 pi over 3? Where is 5 pi over 3? Third quadrant? Fourth quadrant? Fifth quadrant? Oh, there's no fifth. Big 4? Okay, fourth quadrant. So I'm in the fourth quadrant. Will my cosine be a positive or a negative number?
Positive.
It'll be positive, so I'm going to be taking the cosine inverse of something nice and positive. What will that number be? 1/2. And Jordan, if you're wondering, these are ones you should kind of just know. All right, so now, when I do my cosine inverse, what quadrants can I possibly come out in? First and second, because remember for my cosine inverse, the question is what angle between 0 and pi has a cosine value of, and in this case, my question is 1/2. So, positive cosine value, if we have a choice of quadrants 1 and quadrant 2, what quadrant are we going to be talking about? 1. So I want an angle in quadrant 1 that has that cosine value. What's that angle? Pi over 3. And you're going,
Well, the thing was, it was in like quadrant 2 or something, I think.
what was in quadrant 2?
Cosine -1. All right, 5 pi over 3. Mine was 2 pi over 3. It is
Okay.
a quadrant.
That's okay, so 3 pi over 4 is in quadrant 2, right? So let's do that one. So, cosine inverse of the cosine of 3 pi over 4. Well, what's the cosine of 3 pi over 4? It's in quadrant 2, yes? So will my answer be positive or negative for my cosine? Negative. So this is going to be cosine inverse of something negative. What is it? 1 over root 2. Everybody okay with that, or do you want root 2 over 2? You like the root 2 over 2? They're the same thing. I just know some people are happier with one or the other, whichever one works for you. Now, this is essentially the same question. What angle between 0 and pi has a cosine value of, but this time it's negative root 2 over 2? Well, when I'm going from 0 to pi, in quadrant 1, my cosine values are all positive, so I'm not going to be in quadrant 1. When I'm in quadrant 2, my cosine values are negative, so this is going to be an angle in quadrant 2. Well, what angle in quadrant 2 has this negative cosine value? That's not quadrant 2, that's in quadrant 4. What is it? 3 pi over 4. I didn't say they never come out to be the same angle. You just have to be very special for it to happen. If you're going to put cosine inverse with a cosine of an angle and have it come out to be exactly the same angle you started with, this angle had to have been either in quadrant 1 or quadrant 2 without having gone around the circle more than one time. Because then you are basically just going right back to where you started. Here, once I pass quadrant 1 and 2, then I'm absolutely not getting back to where I started. Exactly. Is that your question?
Yeah.